Hello and a warm welcome to this analysis. Now, today's video I've covered NBCC India Limited. NBCC is a mid-cap government Navratna company. It's into project management consulting, which bears 92% of its revenue. Engineering and procuring construction bears around 6% of its revenue, and the rest, real estate development, comes out with a mere 2%. Now, the company, not just in India, but also has an overseas presence in Dubai, Maldives, Mauritius, Seychelles, Burundi, Mongolia, and recently in Belarus also. It is also involved in border fencing and it's currently happening in the Indo-Bangladesh border in states of Mizoram, Meghalaya, and Tripura. Apart from that, it has just recently completed the Indo-Pak border fencing in Kutch, Gujarat. It has a 700 crore contingent liabilities, which along with some tax demand, which it is contesting in the income tax tribunal. A market cap of 21,400 crores with a return of equity of 19% and a dividend payout of 44.4% is in the last 5 years. Its trailing 12-month PEG ratio is at zero point 0.6, which is reasonably good, along with a Piotrowski score of 6, again, which is quite good. Currently trading at 10.9 times its book value. But in the last 5 years, there has been a slower sales growth of just 2.6% with a declining cash flow over the last 5 years. Promoter holding is at a 61.75%, FII holding around 4.46%, domestic institutions 10.41%, while the rest belongs to the public at 23.37%. Now let's try to understand the charts and try to decode what lies ahead for NBCC. So in the monthly chart, we can see that right from the start of 2012, from its listing till 2017 November, a fantastic rally. The stock gave a super duper rally, then a decline till 2020 COVID lows, which is a quite a steep decline, as you can see out here, that it virtually took out a large percentage of the rally out there in the stock, which around 88% was taken out in that particular phase. More than 88%, almost 88 was at 19, this came down to 13, and from there we have seen a very good recovery of rally, making a higher low in June, July 2022. Yes, the month of February in the monthly chart, not a very great candle, long upper shadow presence out there, but that has been the state of the entire mid cap small cap space. In the month of February, we saw decent corrections there happening. Now in the monthly, interestingly, you can see that the stock managed to give monthly candle closes in both January and February, and even the March candle has closed right at the 2017 high. So a breakout which is currently seeing a pullback in the stock right at the neckline of the monthly breakout. Now below this, as per Ichimoku study, the next support is at 100, and below that all the way the support comes at 75. Let's try to decode the weekly charts and see what is then weekly. The Ichimoku baseline has been violated once, but then it has tried to creep up back above it and just managed to close after 2 weeks of closing below it right now. If it again slips below this level of 115 in the weekly, the next major support is some little bit of cluster out here, we can see around 80, and then all the way down near this breakout area of 50. So 75, 80 common to both higher time frames. Let's try to look at what the daily time frame is telling us out here. In the daily, we have a bullish harmonic Gartley formation which took place recently in the stock, and from there some small pullback consolidation trying to push its way above this scenario out here. And if we go back to Ichimoku out here, we can see that the next major resistance is between 125 to all the way to 145. So above 145, likelihood of possibility of reversal of trend. So in bit till 125 to 145, stock could be consolidating for a next move, either direction open. In the daily time frame, the next support from below 105, where the Gartley is there, is straight away coming down at 80, 85, again tallying with the higher time frame support of the monthly and the weekly in this case. So now that we know where the support is for NBCC, let's try to project what could be the upside for the stock. Now in the daily, like I said, that above 145, sustaining above this level, the stock could resume its uptrend, which has been quite a healthy one, as one can see in the weekly time frame also, that PSU stocks did fantastically well, and this one has also stood apart brilliantly. You can see the Jan end candle huge, and then the pullback happening out here. So in the weekly also, this 145 looks like a crucial wall, both in the daily and the weekly. Above this, stock could start trying to go into again its all-time high horizon, uh, mostly sustaining above this 137 monthly high out here previous, which has already been broken, now trying to pierce its way above it. So wherein lies the probable medium to long term upside? Before that, as per Ichimoku price theory, this was one target which it had maintained, and for that it has managed to cross above it, and now done a pullback into it. So what lies ahead now for it on the upside are the following particular levels as per Ichimoku price theory. Because the stock goes into a completely new territory, the next Ichimoku price targets in the upside, provided yes it starts sustaining above 145 odd, with some pause maybe at 175, could be all the way to 230, 240, 250 in the medium to long term. Please note, this is a monthly price theory anticipation. It's not for short term or anything like that. It could not happen. It totally, one as a trader, one needs to look at all kinds of scenario with the overall market trend of the sector as well as the overall market. Now, before a disclaimer, this is not a trading advice to you at all. This is a educational video based purely on the study of Ichimoku and harmonic trading patterns. Please, whether whatever decision you take regarding your investing and trading, please do your study properly and manage your risk. And of course, always respect the levels of both support and resistance. I hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock views in over in my channel. Bye bye everyone, and happy investing.